Samaham Shravanamangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvi Grinanti Ye Burida Janaha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, your gospel is like nectar and bliss showered upon the pain-stricken lives of suffering humanity. It dispels all the sins and misdeeds of life and brings spiritual welfare, spiritual beauty and prosperity, and grace flow through those who listen to your holy message. Truly generous are those who preach and share the nectar of your message with suffering humanity. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are reading the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Is the advice to householders. That is the chapter. It is the entry in Sri Ramakrishna in October 16, 1882. And Sri Ramakrishna was sitting in temple garden. And then he went to Brahmo Samaj, and there is the devotees are asking questions, and Ramakrishna is responding to their inquiries. Now, I am on page 119. The master asked the devotees, especially Narendra, to rest a while, and he himself lay down on the smaller couch. It is in Ramakrishna's room. Late in the afternoon, Narendra sang Lakha Latu M. Hajra. Priya, Narendra's Brahma friend Priya, were all present. The singing was accompanied with the drum, by drum. Meditate, O mind, on the Lord Hari, the stainless one, pure spirit, through and through. How peerless is the light that in him shines. How soul-bewitching is his wondrous form. How dear is he to all his devotees. So, the singing of this song was going on, and after finishing that song, again Narendra sang another song, and again Narendra sang third song, and fourth song, so it was a song day. But the songs are very powerful, and the songs that say, meditate, see what a type of song. We sing songs, it does not elevate us anywhere. But the very words of this song says, O my mind, meditate on the Lord Hari. He is the stainless one, pure spirit, through and through. See, when we meditate on our meditation time on God, we have to think this way. It is not a picture, it is not a photograph, it is not a just dull statue, but it is a stainless, pure spirit, through and through. You can see the ananda, bliss bursting out in his face. Whole body is self-effulgent like that. We fall asleep because what we know? We don't think of anything. It's a picture and picture goes away. But if it is like lively reality like that, the shining light, the blissful, peaceful, joyful embodiment of that supreme love, if we can think about that, then that is the meditation. So the song says, Chintaya mama manasho hari chidghanani ranjana kibanupamo bhati mahanamurati bhakata hridayo ranjana. The song, and many of Thakur used to go to Samadhi when listening to this song, because his mind is so pure. As soon as you sing like that, oh my mind, meditate on that Lord God, who is of stainless one, who is effulgent and his pure spirit, condensed consciousness and bliss, and think of him. And that soul bewitching is his wondrous divine form. How dear is the Lord to all his devotees. No? So, like that. So, actually, Narendra used to sing. Narendra also used to sing. He used to get absorbed into the song. Music is a wonderful tool to pull our distracted mind into concentration. We complain our minds do not get concentrated. If one can really practice this devotional aspect of it, and not maybe you will not be able to sing in aloud, but if you can murmur in your mind and sing these songs and go deep into the meaning of it, so profound that all the gospel songs here, you will find that every song can take you to a very deep consciousness, deep state of your ananda. After that song was over, then Narendra sang. What he sang? Oh, when will dawn for me that day of blessedness, when he who is all God, good, all beauty and all truth will light the inmost shrine of my heart. Kato dine hobe se premo sanchar, we purna kam bolbo harinam, নয়নে বহিবে প্রেময় শ্রুধার কত দিনে হবে এ প্রেম. When that blessed day will come in my life, when my tears will flow profusely through my ears, and this is joy of bliss will be swelling in our heart. See, these are what the intense urge this song carries. When will come that day? If you really sing that song and you create that emotion in your mind for God, it lifts the mind, boosts the mind high up immediately. That's why, oh, when will dawn for me that blessed day, when he will, who is all good, all beauty and all truth, will light the inmost shrine of my heart. This my heart is always filled, as if I close my eyes, I don't see anything. It is a dark cave, as it were. But when the brilliance of your presence will lit my heart, no? When shall I sink at last, even beholding him, into the ocean of delight? I see. Just think that when shall I do that? That the ocean of light, the ocean of delight, ocean of bliss is inside me. When I shall sink myself into that. I am sinking in the outside world, which is all void and all meaningless, pointless, because it cannot give our satisfaction. It is momentary. But here is the mine of joy. Dive deep in your own heart. What a call. That's why it's so beautiful. Not believing in a creed, cult, which religion you follow. No, the religion of love for God. So that is the thing we get. That's why these are called the Ramakrishna Loka. People think that after death, those who think of God, where they'll go? They will go according to their own divine concepts of the divine, no? But this is called Ramakrishna Loka. So there you always get ecstatic, all the mood, and live in the world, but not of the world. You will swim in the joy, like a fish swims, no? Freely, ever free. There is a meditation, Ramakrishna says. Vedantic meditation is what? He says, think of the infinite ocean and feel that you are like a fish and you are swimming freely in your own internal, eternal joy. No obstacle, nothing. Swim wherever you like. Ocean of joy, ocean of bliss. Lord, as infinite wisdom, thou shalt enter into my soul, and my unquiet mind, made speechless by your sight, will find a heaven at thy feet. In my heart's firmament, O Lord, thou wilt arise as blissful immortality. And as when a bird called Chakora beholds the rising moon, it sprouts about for very joy, so too I shall be filled with heavenly happiness when you appear unto me. When I see you and you appear in my heart, I will be beholden with that glory. O thou, one without a second, all peace, the King of kings, at thy beloved feet I shall renounce my life, so as last shall gain the goal of life. I shall enjoy the bliss of heaven while yet on the earth, where else is a boon so rare bestowed. Then shall I see the glory, the pure and untouched by stain. As darkness flees from light, so will my darkest sins desert me at thy dawn's approach. When you appear in my heart, all my sins and misdeeds of lives and lives will be wiped out at a moment. When that moment will come, O Lord, when you will appear in my heart. What an intense urge in the song. What an intense meaning, profound meaning in the song. To be poster, kindle in me, O Lord, the blazing fire of faith, to be the pole star of my life, O succor of the weak, fulfill my one desire, then I shall bathe both day and night in the boundless bliss of your love and utterly forget myself, O Lord, attaining thee. I shall forget myself. Who am I? That's the highest Vedanta, no? You forget yourself, your body, your mind, you are gone. You die into that eternal joy. When will that time come? What a beautiful prayer. We do not know how to pray, but one can sing this song. That will be a prayer itself, and that can be very intensified. That can give really devotion and love for God. Again, that song is over. Then again, Narendra sang again. With beaming face chant the sweet name of God, till your heart the nectar overflows. Drink of it ceaselessly and share it with all. You sink into that joy and share it. That's the purpose of the Vaishnavas, sing and dance in the name of Krishna. No? Hare Krishna, they sing. You should be beaming with joy, and others will be inspired to live in that consciousness. If ever your heart runs dry, purged by the flames of worldly desire, chant the sweet name of God. What a beautiful composition. If ever your heart runs dry, purged by the flames of the worldly desire, as we are always, this desire drives us into nuts. We go from one to the other, thinking that will help me, that will give me joy. This is endless pursuit for peace and joy. And when I am purged by that feeling, and chant the sweet name of God. You chant the name of the Lord. And what will happen? And heavenly love will moisten your soul, arid soul. So your heart which is purged, it will be all soothed by the love of God. God will descend in your heart. God does not come to our heart because we don't want Him. Suppose if you ignore someone, as if he's sitting, as waiting for us, we have no time to look at him. We make a vain attempt or a fake attempt to meditate. I am meditating. But I am not going to him. I am going to hundreds and thousands of things around. And he is sitting there helplessly. When my boy will look at me, when my daughter will look at me. But daughter is busy with other things. The son is busy with other things. So, he is helplessly waiting. But it dawns means this grace, we can feel it when that concentration, that absorption comes. Be sure, O mind, you never forget to chant His holy name. When danger danger stares in your face, call upon Him, your Father compassionate, with His name's thunder, snap the fetters of sin. Come, let us fulfill our heart's desire by drinking deep, everlasting joy, made one with Him in love's pure ecstasy. What type of song is this, no? Huh? Now Narendra and the devotees began to sing kirtan. Now it is a very profound song. And now dancing again. Singing and dancing. Sometimes so soothing, so profound, Tears will roll down your eyes to singing songs like that. It should be with emotion, no? Devotion is emotion. Emotion directed towards God is called devotion. That we have emotion, but we do not know how to direct it towards God. When it is done, then this result will come. The inner heart will be filled with joy. So now Narendra and the devotees now began to sing kirtan, accompanied by the drum and cymbals. They moved round and round the master as they sang, as if Sri Ramakrishna was in the middle and they're encircling him. They're singing and dancing with the beating of the drum and drums and what they sang? Immerse yourself forevermore, O mind, in him who is pure knowledge and pure bliss. So that is this thing repeatedly saying, immerse yourself forevermore, O my mind, in him who is pure knowledge and pure bliss. Next they sang, oh, when will dawn for me that day of blessedness, when he who is all good, all beauty and all truth will light the inmost shrine of the heart. That means again they sang the song, first song. When will dawn that blessed moment? At last Narendra himself was playing on the drums and he sang with the master, full of joy, with beaming face, chant the sweet name of God. Now, these are the music, song. When the music was over, Sri Ramakrishna held Narendra in his arms as a long time, and said, you have made us so happy today. He is giving thanks to Narendra. You gave us so much joy because his voice was so sonorous. And Ramakrishna used to go to Samadhi listening his voice itself. So he said that as thanking, Sri Ramakrishna thanking as if Narendra and holding him in his arms for a long time said, you have made us so happy today. The floodgates of the master's heart was opened so wide that night that he could not hardly contain himself for joy. It was 8 o'clock in the evening, almost this time, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock in the evening. Intoxicated with divine love, he paced the long veranda north of his room. Now and then he could be heard talking to the Divine Mother. Suddenly he said in an excited voice, what can you do to me? Quote ends. Was the master hinting that the Maya was helpless before him, since he had the Divine Mother for his support? Narendra, M. and Priyo were going to spend the night at the temple garden. This pleased the master highly, especially since Narendra would be with them. The Holy Mother, who was living in the Nahabat, had prepared the supper. Surendra bore the greater part of the master's expenses. The meal was ready and the plates were set out on the southwest veranda of the master's room. Near the east door of his room, Narendra and other devotees were gossiping. Narendra. That was the conversation between Narendra and M. They were talking and Ramakrishna was in high mood, and now the evening came, they are being now food is being served, and Ramakrishna, how he was praising Narendra, but at the same time watchful about how he lives and talks. So he was talking to M, the composer or writer of this book, who Narendra says, how do you find the young men nowadays? Narendra is talking to M. M was the headmaster of a school. So he's talking about the school boys, how are the today's children. Always we say, nowadays these young people are gone. Always, when we were kid, our seniors used to say, nowadays these boys are all gone. We also say now all the young boys are gone. Always they compare. with their own condition and this condition. But it is a common statement. So Narendra was curious to say, what do you think of the young boys nowadays? Narendra said, how do you find the young men nowadays? They are not bad, but they don't receive any religious instruction. Narendra. But from my experience, I feel that they are going to the dogs. They smoke cigarettes. Young boys, in Indian context those days, they should be humble and engaged in study and all those things. But the young generation, because of the new English education system, so they are going astray. They are started drinking, started smoking. That is a hilarious development, as if they think Indian people are all old class people, we are more modern. So to show their modernity, they used to show all these things. So Narendra is criticizing that. Narendra says, but from my experience I feel that they are going to the dogs. They smoke cigarettes, indulge in frivolous talks, enjoy puppiness, play truant, and do everything of that sort. I have seen them visiting questionable places also. I don't notice such things during our student days. They are all comparing their student days. They didn't see that, so now it is bad. And now it is bad, now it is bad. Narendra, perhaps you didn't mix with the students intimately. I have even seen them talking with people of immoral character. Narendra was a very highly established person in morality, and he will not walk on the same sidewalk where there is a theatre hall. If the theatre hall, he was walking, if the theatre hall comes on your right side, he will cross the road and go the other side of the road and then walk. Not on that side because there is a theatre. There is an extreme idea of Puritan idea. And I have even seen them talking with people of immoral character. Perhaps they are on terms of intimacy with them. It is strange indeed, Narendra. I know that many of them form bad habits. It would be proper if the guardians of the boys and the authorities kept their eyes on these matters. So he was talking in this way, conversing. And now Swami Sri Ramakrishna. They were talking thus when Sri Ramakrishna came to them and asked with smile, well, what are you talking about? Narendra said, I had been talking. He is very free with anywhere. He is a carefree person. He does not hide anything. He said, yes. What he said, I have been asking him about the boys in the school. The conduct of students nowadays is not at all that it should be. The master became grave and said to him rather seriously, this kind of conversation is not good. It is not desirable to indulge in any talk, but talk of God. Why are you talking about what is going on in society, in social? You came to Ramakrishna. You are in the presence of this holy place, Kali temple. You talk about Ma, talk about holiness. So society will always be there. So how watchful and warning, warning Swami Vivekananda and scolding him, because Narendra is his favorite, so he cannot scold Narendra. Narendra does anything that will go to others, but not to Narendra. Narendra's thousands of doings will be forgotten and forgiven. Then Master got the scolding. You should not. It is not desirable to indulge in talking about but God. You are their senior. You are a senior man. You are a school teacher. You are a master. And Narendra is younger. He can do, but you should not join in it. You should not have encouraged them to talk about such matters. Narendra was then about 19 years old and A.M. about 28 years old. In 28 years he is telling, you are an old guy, you should not do all this. 28 years man. M felt embarrassed and the others also felt silent. While the devotees were enjoying their meals, Sri Ramakrishna stood by and watched them with intense delight. That night the master's joy was very great. After supper, the devotees rested on the mat spread on the floor of the master's room. They began to talk with him. It was indeed a mart of joy. The master asked Narendra to sing the song beginning with the line, in the wisdom's firmament, the moon of love is rising full. Narendra sang and the other devotees played the drums and cymbals. So again, Sri Ramakrishna is hearing in the mood of listening to more songs. So after having supper, they had a little rest in the room of Ramakrishna, in the floor. And then again Ramakrishna said, sing some songs. That is the way Sri Ramakrishna used to spend whole day and night. A whole night he will be spending like that. We get the description, no? He will be dancing, singing, clapping the hand, muttering the name of the Lord, saluting the different photos, pictures on the wall. So Narendra now started. Narendra sang and other devotees played the drums and cymbals. And that is the song again. In wisdom's firmament, the moon of love is rising full, and love's flood tide in surging waves is flowing everywhere. O Lord, how full of bliss thou art, victory unto thee. On every side shine devotees like stars around the moon. Their friend, the Lord all merciful, joyously plays with them. Behold, the gates of paradise today are open wide. The soft spring wind of the new day raises fresh waves of joy. Gently it carries to the earth the fragrance of God's love, till all the yogis, drunk with bliss, are lost in ecstasy. Upon the sea of the world upholds the lotus of the new day, and there the mother sits enshrined in the blissful majesty. See how the bees are mad with joy, sipping the nectar there. Behold the mother's radiant face, which so enchants the heart and captivates the universe. About her lotus feet, bands of ecstatic holy men are dancing in delight. What matchless loveliness is hers, what infinite content pervades the heart when she appears. O brothers, say Premdas. Premdas is the composer. I humbly beg you, one and all, to sing Mother's praise. So, again another song. Sri Ramakrishna sang and danced, and the devotees danced around him. When the song was over, the master walked up and down the northeast veranda, where Hazra was seated with him. The master sat down there. He asked the devotees, do you ever have dreams? One devotee is answering, yes, sir. The other day I dreamt a strange dream. I saw the whole world enveloped in water. There is water on all sides. A few boats were visible, but suddenly huge waves appeared and sank them. I was about to board a ship with a few others when he saw a Brahmin walking over to board the ship with a few others. When we saw a Brahmin walking over the expanse of water. I asked him, how can you walk over the deep? The Brahmin said with a smile, oh, there is no difficulty about that. There is a bridge under the water. I said to him, where are you going? To Bhawanipur, the city of Divine Mother. He replied, wait a little, I cried, and I shall accompany you. Master, oh, I am thrilled to hear this story. It's one thing to understand, many of you may have some dream experience. Ramakrishna said, if you dream something divine, don't think it is trivial. It is a good sign that your mind was pure at that moment. Otherwise the pure vision will not come. So here the devotee, he is writing devotee. Devotee is no other than the writer. He used to hide his name everywhere. So he is saying that one day I had a dream like that. Ramakrishna asked him, have you any dream, divine dream? Then he is describing this dream. He found that the whole world is pervaded, flooded with water. And water everywhere. And there was a boat, and the boat sank, and they are drowned, and they want to go, then found some other boats to rescue boats. And in that, he saw that a Brahmin is walking on the waters itself to the other part or to climb the boat. So he asked, where are you going? The Brahmin who was walking on the waters, he said, I am going to the place, now it is still there, it's called Bhavanipur. There is the mandir, the Kali Ma's temple is there. So he said, I am going there. And Sri Ramakrishna, hearing that, he got so excited. This divine dream is a pure dream because you see God, you see the Mother, a savior. Someone is saving you even in the dream when you are getting drowned into the world and worldliness. That Brahmin who is walking, he is Guru, he is Ramakrishna actually. So he said Master said, oh, I am thrilled to hear this story. Then the devotee continued, said, the Brahmin said, I am in hurry. I'll take you some time to go to the other boat. Goodbye. Remember this path and come after me. Master, oh, my hair is standing on end. Please be initiated by a guru as soon as you possible. So this one went on from the evening to the night, and now he says, shortly before midnight, so it continued up to midnight, 12 o'clock. How we do our party, and what party is going on here? Is it not a party? Ramakrishna was sitting there, Vivekananda was sitting there, Narendra, and all the devotees are there, and singing and dancing. Is it not a party? And what a party! That is the party we want to do. Many people complain. Those who have come to build the temple and meditate and change their lifestyle, their friends are very unhappy. They said, you are all become changed, no? You don't come anymore. You are becoming spiritual, huh? You don't come to our party. So that's okay. I suggested you also tell that we have a party. That party is no less joyful. So, Sri Ramakrishna said that shortly he has to be, my hairs are standing on end. Please be initiated. He is advising that M to get initiated. Who gave initiation to M? Mother. Ramakrishna did not, though he's writing, his all writing we get through M, the chronicler of this book, no? Gospel. But it is surprising that Ramakrishna did not give formal initiation. After Ramakrishna passed away, he appeared before Holy Mother and told that you give mantra to him. He said, what? He thought that is something he's her delusion or dream, a useless dream. But Ramakrishna appeared again, and then mother came to know, asked him, did you get initiated? No, Ramakrishna didn't give me anything. Then mother gave mantra. Of course. And so, shortly before midnight, Narendra and other devotees lay down on a bed made on the floor of the master's room. Master's room, what type of room is that? He has no privacy. How can he live like that? We cannot. One room should be shut down, certain point. It is my room. I should have privacy. If someone comes, I will be embarrassed. Hey, why are you coming to my room? Ramakrishna, day and night in the same room. Morning he is in the bed. Daytime he has no privacy and no moment left alone to himself. Someone's door is always open. Come, go, sit, sing, dance, listen. But an open door, anyone welcome, all doors are open. Ramakrishna's doors are open, we have to understand. We will go there or we will go to his direction, it is ours. But his door is always open. Come and listen to the song and enjoy and stand in ecstasy. At dawn, some of the devotees were up and they saw the master naked as a child, pacing up and down the room, repeating the name of the various gods and goddesses. His voice was so sweet, was sweet as nectar. Now he would look at the Ganges, now stop in front of the pictures hanging on the wall and bow down before them, chanting all the while the holy names in the sweet voice. He chanted Veda, Purana, Tantra, Gita, Gayatri, Bhagavata, Bhakta, Bhagavan, etc. Referring to the Bhagavad Gita, he repeated many times, Tagi, Tagi, Tagi. Now and then he would say, O Mother, you are verily Brahman, and you are verily Shakti, you are Purusha, you are Prakriti, you are Virata, you are the Absolute. You do manifest yourself as relative. You are verily the 24 cosmic principles. See, we can get a picture how a holy man lives. Unpretentious, no? Morning the same, night the same. That's why it is called, to watch a holy man, you should watch day and night. In the lecture platform, in the podium, one can give big talks and lecture. But what he does in whole day and night, how he lives with God, how his God consciousness is saturating his heart, that is to be watched. It is a unique example. As Sri Ramakrishna used to say, check with your teacher day and night and watch what is his life, what he says and how he lives. So here you see, we saw that it is started from the afternoon, Naren came, this came, and singing, evening came, evening went away that way, then night, little food, little something, and in between some discussion which was going worldly, he scolded both of them. This is not the place to do such things. Use your time. How cautious. Training Naren and others by that way, that don't spend a spoil a moment in useless gossip. What is there in them? What can you do with that? Your life is very important. You lose your time, you lose. That's your loss. What it matters, what others are doing with that time, but are you utilizing? That means do whatever is the duty to be done for the Lord, but at the same time, don't waste your time and energy. And how one man can live like that up to midnight, singing, dancing going on. Asha, you don't feel tired? You don't feel tired to go and lie down? No. They're still continuing. Everyone is sleeping. And when they woke up from the sleep, they saw Ramakrishna is clapping his hand. And Gita, Bhagavad, Purana, Tantra, Bhagavan, Bhagavad, and mother's name, chanting Ganga, And, he's intoxicated in hand. He does not live in the world. So day and night, 24 hours is absorbed. This is an example how to realize God and what happens after realization. There is nothing you can find in Ramakrishna, world and worldliness. It is only God and godliness. So this is the unique example to watch. He's talking about, oh mother, he's praying. What is Gita? In the Gita, Tagi, Tagi, Tagi. Tagi means what? Gita, if you repeat 10 times, how it becomes? Gita, 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 Gita. Gita becomes Tagi. Quickly repeating, continuously do it 7, 8, 10 times, you will find that it will become ultimately Tagi, 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 Tagi. Na? But what is it? Tagi means? He said that is the essential meaning of the whole Gita. You need not have to read the Gita, Bhagavad Gita. Tagi means tago, detachment. Not to go away, but to detach from your mind all the little petty attractions and worldliness. Detach, detach, detach. That is, he's saying about Bhagavad Gita. What is Gita? And the Tagi, 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 Tagi. Gita, 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 Gita. Gita becomes Tagi. So, that is the, and he's charming, and he's like a child. He's his whole cloth in his armpit and he's walking around, and it's like a, what innocent child, because he has no body consciousness. No, that is the uniqueness. You will find that even in Himalayas you find many sadhus who have no clothing. But they are so innocent that we don't feel shy in front of a baby who have no sense of any body identity. Similarly, a spiritual person, highly spiritual person, they become like forgetful about their body consciousness. Because they forget their body consciousness, no one feels any indecency in their behavior. In the meantime, the morning service had begun in the temple. Now, in the temple, 4:30, 4 o'clock, the Mother's Arati will be there in the Kali temple. It is happening in the same campus, Ramakrishna's room. Whole night this thing going on, and Ma is now get up in the morning, as you open the shrine in the morning, and then Arati, morning. We don't do that Arati here, but in most of the temples, when you raise the Lord, you do some waving of the light and other things. So, in the meantime, the morning service had begun in the temple of Kali and Radhakanto. Sounds of conch shells and cymbals were carried on the air. The devotees came outside the room and saw the priests and servants are gathering flowers in the garden for the divine service in the temple. From the Nahuat floated the sweet melody of musical instrument befitting to the morning hours. Narendra and the other devotees finished their morning duties and came to the master. With a sweet smile on his lips, Sri Ramakrishna was standing on the northeast veranda, closing to his own room. So those who have visited, you can visualize that Ramakrishna is looking at the Kali temple from his room, that corner, he is standing there. You can visualize. This is the beautiful description what my aim has given for generations to think about the holy Dakshineshwar, his room, when he comes out, on the right side the Kali temple, Durga, Shiva temples, on the left side is the Radha, Krishna temple, and then go Ma Kali temple. So now Ramakrishna is coming out of the room and looking at the Kali temple from there. Narendra and other devotees finished their morning duties and came to the master's room. With a sweet smile on his lips, Sri Ramakrishna was standing on the northeast veranda close to his own room. Now Narendra said, "We noticed several sannyasis belonging to the sect of Nanak in the Panchavati, Nanak Panthi. So there are some sadhus, holy men. Master, yes, they arrived here yesterday to Narendra. I would like to see you all sitting together on the mat. Master said that you all sit in my room again. I want to see you all in the floor. As they sat there, the master looked at them with evident delight. He then began to talk with them, and Narendra asked about spiritual discipline. Master, bhakti, love of God, is the essence of all spiritual discipline. Through love, one acquires renunciation and discrimination naturally. A beautiful short statement. He says, bhakti, the love of God, is the essence of spiritual discipline. Whatever spiritual discipline we do, we should have to think that are we attaining this goal, love for God? Your practice of meditation, your practice of selfless work, or your practice of worship in the temple, is it bringing you in your heart that pull for God? Your heart is leaning for God, then it is pure, then it is purposeful. So we have to remember that are you acquiring the spirit of detachment, renunciation and discrimination? It will come naturally. You love God. Here is the simple formula. In the Vedanta says, you do analyze the world, it is unreal, it is momentary, but God is the only reality. Therefore, analyze. That's called you practice this way. That's the Jnanapath. Bhaktipath says, you love God, automatically what will happen? As your mind in God, it is all gone, automatically gone. You move 10 steps there, you are off from this back 10 steps. You need not have to cry, oh, when it will go, when it will go. Rather, you focus on your goal, that love for God. Love God with your heart and soul. If one can love God, renunciation will naturally happen. Analysis and discernment will be automatically. Mind will be so pure, mind will not be pulled into the vagaries of life, into these petty things of life. Because that we have tested enough again and again and again and found the voidness of it, futility of it. So we'll have to live in the world, we'll have to eat, sleep, die, do everything what we do. But attachment is the question. Not living is the problem, but attachment is the question. As I give the example, you go to the bank teller. So that person is dealing maybe $1 million today. But it does not matter anything. He does not count it. It is only paper. It is a figure only for him. But if his $10,000 on his account is taken away or 10,000 is deposited, he feels excited and all feels depression. Handling the money is not the question. My money or is God's money? If it's my money, it's a serious thing. I lost it. Stock market went down today. Every day it is fluctuating. And people cry. In one stroke it goes to such a downgrade. But if you think it is Lord's money, okay, I am the only caretaker, then you are free. So how can it be done? That is the point. Renunciation and detachment. So love for God, when God we love, we know everything belongs to God. And everything belongs to God, I also belong to God. So if I can love Him more, automatically other things will fall back. We need not have to practice renunciation, discernment, viveka, practice, not necessary. That's why Bhakta takes this path, bhakti, that you sing and dance and in the name of God. See, when anyone maybe who fully worldly type of mindset person goes to a dancing, when they are dancing in the name of the Lord, Krishna, 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 and that mood when it comes, for maybe 10, 12 minutes, they forget whole world. And they find the joy. That means the whole world drops automatically when mind gets absorbed in something higher. So this is the Sri Ramakrishna's formula for masses. Not for all, but those who like this path, devotional path. It is a great, great path for common people to follow. It is easier path because you need not have to make an effort to give up, but things drop off when mind goes into God. So this very simple formula, I always give the example. Suppose my mind is 100 unit. Its total mindset is 100 unit. If I give 5 unit to God, 95 unit in the world. So I will be attracted into the world. Now if 5 becomes 10, then renunciation is happening here. 10 renunciation on this side of the world, and attachment to God is happening, increasing. So one can increase, pray, cry, weep, if the devotional path suits to their temperament, and feel more attracted, more attracted and more attracted. If that attraction increases more and more, then detachment, renunciation spontaneously will happen. Vedanta is analyze and renounce. Analyze, renounce. That means you get the positive aspect and negative way. Approaching God in both ways. Swami Sarvadevananda, in the life story of Sri Ramakrishna, he has mentioned that there are 2 paths going down from eternity. One is the path of this, and another is not this, not this, not this. Iti, iti, neti, neti. Iti, iti means devotional path. There is a food, I like to eat. Okay, you like to eat the food, offer it to God, and then take His prasad, sanctified food, and then take. That means you add your mind with God and then enjoy. So he is not saying, no, you should not eat. Vedanta will say, no, detach from all these things. It is too hard a path, and few are capable of holding that ideal. But bhakti path is common to all. People have to everything, only add God into it. Whatever you do, you see a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Then you enjoy that flower bouquet. You can think, oh, what God's glory. Put God there and enjoy. That adding itself, Girish Ghosh went to Ramakrishna, no? We all know. And Ramakrishna asked him to think about mother in the morning or in the evening, 2-3 times too. Well, no, where is 2-3 times? I have no morning, no evening. Okay, why not do one time in the morning? Well, no, I do not know when is my morning. I am full of drinking and my days go on. What is morning one day for 8 o'clock, another maybe 12 o'clock. Who knows my morning? I cannot commit for that. So no morning, no evening. Well, no, I cannot commit anything because I am beyond my control. Then, then he said, okay, then give everything to me. So that's surrender. And then said, what will happen? Now I like to drink. What shall I do with drinking? Ramakrishna said, yes, you will drink. See the teacher, ideal student. He told me, yes, you can drink. But before drinking, take the name of mother and feel her presence and sip it. If you before drinking, if you think of Divine Mother and her love and grace, automatically your mind will be less and less interested in this. So mind becomes automatically pure, gradually. And actually, that is the way the transformation came in the life of Girish. No? He became a great saint. So this is one path, and Vedantic path is a negative. But both goes in the same direction of God realization, and the same God is to be realized. But Bhakti path is easier. That's why Sri Ramakrishna suggests that you can Bhakti, love of God, is the essence of all spiritual disciplines. Through love, one acquires renunciation, discrimination naturally. So, let us end here. Almost the time is up. If anyone has any question. Tomorrow who is speaking? Mahendranath. What? Patanjali Yoga. So tomorrow is Patanjali Yoga, 7:30. Swami Mahendranath will give the class at 7:30. Okay. I was thinking that one Swami, we have a visiting Swami. Suddenly I have not requested him. As he is here, he can give the class. That will be interesting. But if he has no other plan, so anyhow, till now, Mahendranath Swami will be giving the Patanjali Yoga tomorrow, 7:30. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.